It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Tsh, da, 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 da. Di, da, di, di, da, di, di, da, di, li, da, 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 di, li, da, 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 di, li, da, 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 da. Di, da, di, li, da, di, li, di, da. Di, da, di, li, di, da, di, li, 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 da, di, di, da, di, di, da, di, di, da.
That was one thing, but I was talking to Coach Adam, and we kind of think that maybe I should just pull out from the competition.
All right, cool. Hey everybody, then I am Sarah Lyon, and we are here for the Bikini Show with my co-hosts Camile, Periat, and Miss Ashley Kaltwasser, your three-time Miss Bikini Olympia champion. How are you today, Ashley?
I'm doing well, doing a lot of relaxing, and yeah, I'm pretty good today.
And you're what, 1 week post-surgery?
I'm actually almost 2 weeks post-surgery of my eyes. I got strabismus surgery. It's not LASIK surgery, strabismus surgery. So basically, I had to get my eyes realigned because I was experiencing double vision for about 10 months.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I was actually on the Olympia stage with really bad double vision. So yeah, it definitely presents a problem. You know, even like little things you wouldn't think of, like even walking in a straight line was hard for me because my brain didn't know which image was the true image. And yeah, it is very frustrating. Made me dizzy. My depth perception was so off, my spatial awareness. Wow. I remember going to Starbucks like a little bit before the surgery, and the barista would hand me my coffee, and I was like grabbing it, like I don't. It took me like 4 times to grab the coffee.
No.
Yeah, but it took a few months to even figure out what was going on with my eyes initially. And thankfully it's not this, but they thought it was something much worse because to have adult onset strabismus is very rare. So they initially thought it was like a brain tumor or multiple sclerosis or some other autoimmune disease, which thank God it's not. It's just something super simple, strabismus, aka lazy eye. So I'm happy about that.
Well, that's amazing. You prepped for a long time. You competed a lot. Talk about no excuses.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in some occasions it kind of like freaked me out because I wasn't sure what was going on. I was getting CT scans, MRIs, and it was kind of in the back of my mind like, oh my gosh, what is this that's going on? And also too, it's kind of like when I was prepping, I didn't even want to do anything till like after Olympia because I was like, well, I don't know what can be done at this point. I'm trying to focus on the Olympia, but yeah, that was tough. But even things like walking lunges were really difficult because it's like I can't see very well. So it's all fixed now, though. Thank God I can see singular once again. I mean, my eyesight still sucks. I'm still like a negative 5.5 eyesight, so I'm wearing glasses, and I'll have to wear glasses for like another 3 weeks, and can't wear eye makeup yet.
Well, wow. What a relief to have your eye vision back, and
yeah,
my God.
Yeah,
well,
it's
and
like
so
one of those things you don't realize until you don't have it. So I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
absolutely. And so now, since you had this surgery, are you able to go and get like a LASIK surgery done after this if you wanted to?
Probably, if I wanted to, maybe in like 6 months or something. I'm not sure. Honestly, you know, LASIK it kind of seems like nothing now compared to this surgery. So maybe I'll have the courage to get LASIK. But yeah, I mean, they're still healing. I still have sutures in there. I can show you a little bit. It's still really
wow.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, it was way more red than it is now, but yeah.
Were you pretty nervous? I'd be freaking out about an eye surgery like that.
Oh yeah, because it's like having
it's
like
right there.
of metal in your eyes and people poking and stuff and cutting. I was under general anesthesia, so like I didn't know what was going on, but it was more like the buildup of it, like, oh my gosh, someone's gonna go in my eye and start cutting and stuff. It's a freaky feeling.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So how was waking up from surgery then? I imagine you didn't have eyesight right away, or how was that?
Yeah, no, so when I woke up, my eyes were very swollen and they had a patch on one of them. And then the other one, still had the sutures in it. Here's where it gets freaky. So they had the sutures, or I don't even know what you would call them, like threads coming out of my eyes as I was awake. Right. And then I had like a 4-hour gap where they had to take me to another part of the hospital. And I could eat or whatever and do whatever I had to do in 4 hours. And then the doctor would see me again. And while I was awake and conscious, she had to fine tune the threads. So she would I had these threads in my eyes while I was awake, and she would adjust to make sure that everything was fine. Yeah, because that's something that
my eyes hurt.
That's just
crazy.
crazy.
I know it's freaky, right? But it's
oh my gosh.
Yeah, she wasn't able to. I mean, I'm the only one that can tell if I can see single. She can't see out of my eyes, so that I had to be awake whenever they did that part of it. So yeah,
it's like
but I'm glad that's over with.
It's like calibrating your eyes.
Yes, exactly, like fine tuning it. So yeah, I was under general anesthesia for like the most of it, and then just the fine tune I had to be awake for.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So after your surgery, you had a recovery, and then I saw recently that you were going to be going out to visit your coach Adam to do some training with him, and because you also saw him right before the surgery to kind of get ahead of schedule. And are you back in Arizona? He's in Colorado or
Colorado? Yes, Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like you mentioned, we were trying to get really ahead of the game before competition or before my surgery, because I knew I was gonna have to take some time off, but I didn't realize how much of a toll taking a week and a half off would be. And I had to be very sedentary. I had to be like, the doctor said, the less activity, the better. Definitely can't lift yet, because if you pop out a suture, you have to get the thing redone. And
any kind of pressure.
Yes, exactly. Even like sleeping face down or getting massaged. No, I can't do that. And even raising the heart rate, I guess, is also supposed to prohibit or delay healing as well. So she recommended me not to do that. And then at 2 weeks, I can start doing like light cardio and stuff. And I thought, okay, a week and a half, like I'll try to do a little bit of cardio. I'm not gonna lift yet. I'll do a little cardio. And I did, and I felt okay. But when I woke up the next day, my eye was like bloody. I don't know if it had anything to do with the cardio, or maybe I got something in my eye because I was outside. But it was kind of like a wake up call. Like, okay, wait, we're not gonna push it. We're not.
Can't rush
it's not smart to do. Yeah, I don't want to have to redo the surgery, and I don't want an infection or anything like that. So, that was one thing. But I was talking to Coach Adam, and we kind of think that maybe I should just pull out from the competition, because it's the time it took. I had to take off really took a toll on my body too. Like I was hoping it was just water, like, oh, I'm just, holding water from the medicines and the anesthesia. I was hoping it was only water, but it's looking like it's more than just water. And even my digestion system got all out of whack too, probably from, again, the anesthesia and everything. So, given that the Arnold is very competitive, and, I don't want to go into a show knowing that I'm not going to look my best, just like an artist that has like pride in their work, they would never just turn in artwork that's like, yeah, it's not my best. I know it's not, but here it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to I take way too much pride in what I do to just be like, yeah, it's not my best. So yeah, for the sake of my health, and we're just going to take a little more time off and maybe do a show more like April or May. That way I can give my eyes time to rest, I'll be 100%, and I won't have to have any stress of like, will I be ready in time kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I mean, I think that's very respectful. I think people are going to, you know, totally respect your decision for doing that. I can't imagine going through a surgery like that this close to a show like the Arnold's, and then it takes like your body a week to 2 weeks to even get through all that fluid that you're retaining from the anesthesia and the you know, the saline, everything, and then, you know, you're besides your normal routine that you're off from, your mental state, you're like, we're already in our heads as it is as competitors. Let alone having something like this. So I'm sorry, Ashley. That sucks.
I'm sure it's not an easy decision to make, but like you said, obviously health comes first, and you have to look at the big picture. And this is one show compared to doing serious damage and having that surgery all over again.
Yeah, and as you guys know, the Arnold and the Olympia, unlike the other shows that are out there, you had to turn in your contract like 2 months in advance. So like at that time, I didn't know. Like my surgery actually got pushed back at one point. Like I had no idea really. So I put in the contract just being like, well, I know I have to do something about my eye, but I'm not sure what it is yet. Because it's either you put in the contract and you might have a possibility to compete if everything goes great, or you don't put it in and have no chance either way. So I thought, you know what? People have gone through worse things in prep. Maybe I can pull it off. And I don't want to throw in the towel so easy, like use it as an excuse. I said, I'll see a few weeks after my surgery, how I feel, and go from there. But obviously, if it was a show that I would turn in my contract like a week before, I would have just waited till like the last week to turn it in. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm sure they understand. Is there like is there a process you have to go through? I don't know, for like for the Arnold.
Yeah, I mean, I did turn in my medical like proof that I had surgery, and this is the deal. You know, I even talked to JM about it as well, and he had my he gave me like his blessings, like I would do the same thing, because I do feel bad. I feel bad mostly because I'm basically taking another girl's spot, if that makes sense. That really weighed heavy on my mind.
Sure.
You know, another girl could have gotten in if I didn't put in my contract. You know,
and you know what? Honestly, I think it's really good that you're actually saying this. I'm sure there are some people out there that would potentially think that, and the fact that you're addressing it right now, I think is really great.
Yeah, absolutely. And I never want to like come across as like unprofessional or flaky either. So it was, you know, it's kind of hard because it's like not everyone's gonna know, and I'm sure I'm still gonna be like on the lists on a lot of these websites, and hopefully my name's taken off by the time the show day. I already let the IFBB know, and I wrote a letter and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, it sucks, but there are other shows, and you know, Arnold next year I'm looking at as well. So you know, sometimes you just can't help it.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
life happens.
And health always comes first. And for someone like yourself, who is a reigning champion, 3-time Miss Bikini Olympian, you go there to win. And if you're not feeling like you're at your 100%, like it's, I would do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Even
and
if you tried to push through,
you tried.
It's one of those things that then on top of it, you get on stage, and then everyone who sees you regularly on stage can see you. Oh, she probably isn't feeling that well today. You know, she's not performing at her best.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, even like the longer I wait to see if I'll be ready, I think the deeper I get into it. And it's like a frustrating feeling knowing like I want to be able to push it, but I probably shouldn't because I don't want to mess up my surgery. It's kind of like a mental game, like you mentioned earlier. It's like, you know, that's probably another big factor. It's just like wanting to go hard, but you can't. And it's like frustrating because I know I would try to push it sooner than what I'm supposed to, because I'm very competitive and I like to, you know, be my best. Who doesn't? So.
Well, and cortisol levels would be through the roof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was so stressed these last few days. Yeah, I just made the decision like a few days ago. So,
And it's just like, huh.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
did feel a little sense of relief though, like once I officially did it, like, well, it's out of my hands now, and I can focus on getting better and, a show in April or May.
Yeah.
So April or May, then that's when we're
Yes.
going to expect to see you on stage next.
Yeah, because I know I'll be ready by then. I will
There
be
you go.
recovered. I can go 100%. And, unless something weird goes on, like there's nothing holding me back. So
There you go. And we know, of course, in May is the Mile High Pro. So perhaps we'll see you there for a 3-time repeat.
that would be nice.
That's
How
awesome.
many times have you won shows? Is it 19 times? We were talking about that right before you came on.
Yes.
So you
Yes,
have the most wins out of anyone, right?
I think so, but I don't want to
I think you do.
I don't know, because it's hard sometimes because on the pro lists of like if you see who has won, I think they have some on NPC News and some other websites, but I'm not sure if the really early
Yeah, some of them are already
shows were
rated.
documented. Like for example, I could never find when I won India, back in like 2014 or 15. I would never be able to find
Right.
that. Like, so it's kind of like I think I do, but I might be wrong because I know like Janet and Issa has got to be very close. I know that.
Well, that's what we were talking about, and I said India is pretty far up there with her wins too.
Yeah, so there's no way to confirm that on my end. I just I don't want to say that I have the most. I have a lot though. We'll go with that.
The most Olympia wins so far.
Yes, so I can say that. Yes, Olympia win.
Which is pretty badass.
Yeah, like that's another thing too. It's kind of like, although it is a little sad that I can't compete at the Arnold, I promised myself I can't be like too disappointed, because no matter what happens from here on out, I had one heck of a career. I went farther than I ever thought I ever would, and gosh, this sport has given me so much, so I can't be too like salty no matter what happens. So
Right.
Yeah,
so now too, since now we all know that we're not going to be seeing you on stage at the Arnold, are you going to still be there? I know Ohio is your home state. Are you still going to make that trip home?
No, I'm not, because none of my major sponsors are going to be there. But even more so than that, to be quite honest, it's going to be very hard for me. Now that is going to be harder than like realizing I actually am not competing, because I don't want to be in the mix and being in that environment and I'm not there, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
going to get everyone asking me,
why aren't you on stage?
Yes, or how did you do, or good luck, or it's gonna be like, I can't do that.
Right.
So I'm just like, distract myself on those days, because that is, if I do have like a sad day, that would be it. So yeah.
Well, there's
Sure,
always,
I totally get that.
There's always more Arnolds, and you're gonna do awesome in the springtime. And I mean, shit, girl, you can just show up to any Olympia, and
that is, I guess, a lifetime invite.
Invite.
So
yeah, like that's, you'll be like in a cane.
I'm back, guys.
Can I still use that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, thank you so much, Ashley, for your time. We know you obviously have a lot of resting to do, so we don't want to keep you too long, but thank you so much for giving us that exclusive, knowledge with how your decision was made and all that good stuff. And obviously we'll of course miss you at the Arnold.
Oh, thank you.
We will all miss, we'll miss you backstage, and we'll have a little like bobble doll back there with us.
I like it. Okay, well, I'm sure I'll see you guys at another show this year. I'm you're gonna be at how many shows, Sarah? You're gonna be at the Mile High, and
yes, I'll be at the Mile High. I'll be at in Puerto Rico, the Milwaukee Pro. There's so many. I couldn't even begin to name them all, but I'm sure I will see you on stage this year before the Olympia. Yes, and of course in Vegas then.
Yes, and Camille, like are you competing at what shows are you competing at this year?
The Arnold.
The Arnold, of course.
And then just Olympia. I'm already qualified for the Olympia, so just Olympia.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
okay, that's a nice little break in between.
You know, it's really only, I mean, it seems like a big break, but it's really only a 3-month like real off season before you start on their 12-week prep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you look at it like
You
that.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that can, yeah, enjoy life a little bit. But Arnold's in Olympia, so I will definitely be seeing you.
Okay, awesome. That sounds good.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ashley. Get some rest, and we hope you have a speedy, speedy recovery, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye,
you.
Ashley.
About this.
You should have him do like a news update, like a
Oh, yeah, like a
news state,
breaking news
like a news
intro.
flash.
Yeah.